you, now 14, trying to be grown somehow. You thought love was holding on, even when something felt wrong. You called it passion, called it fate, but fear was always at the gate. You learned to smile through the ache, because leaving felt like a mistake. You didn't know that love should feel safe. You didn't know you were allowed to break away. You were just a kid who needed peace, not slammed doors, not raised voices, not fights that stole your sleep. You were just a kid who needed care, not to be scared, not to be blamed, not to disappear. You weren't weak, you weren't wrong, you were trying to survive too long. I know the shouting felt like home, because silence was never shown. When chaos is all you've known, you must take control for someone close. He'd pull you in and push away, make you question what you'd say. You learned to walk on broken ground, afraid to make the wrong sound. No one told you love doesn't hurt like that. No one told you you could want more than that. You were just a kid who wasn't safe in a love that asked you to shrink, in a room full of slammed words and blame. You were just a kid who needed rest, not to carry someone else's mess, not to feel like less. You weren't dramatic, you weren't blind, you were hurting and out of time. I know you stayed because leaving meant being alone, and alone felt worse than being owned. You thought if you loved enough you'd be okay, but love doesn't ask you to decay. You weren't broken, that was the lie. You were drowning and no one asked why. I wish I could have held your face, told you this wasn't your place, told you screaming isn't love, and fear doesn't come from above. You deserve soft, you deserve kind, not walking on eggshells all the time.